Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. On this video today, let's talk about English. People have asked me that how can you relocate to Ireland using the English course? So some people, they relocate to Ireland using the English course, registering for English course and study English for a few weeks and end up living in Ireland full time and having a good life in Ireland. While on the other hand, there are some people that relocate to Ireland using the English course and find themselves stuck in Ireland, and sometimes they struggle to go back to their countries and they end up like having no life here, which leads back to one of the videos that we talked about depression in Ireland. So on this video, I'm going to try to go through everything. How can you apply? Which schools offer this? And why do people do it? And is it a good idea for you to do it? And if you were to do it, what is my advice to you before you do this course? So let's get on to the video. I have my notes here that I'm going to be using because I don't want to forget anything. So first things first, I want to mention the schools that offer these. And it's not just these schools alone. There could be more out there. I know there are a lot of schools, especially in Dublin, that offer English courses. I cannot list all of them. I'm going to just list some of the schools. And it's on you guys. It's up to you to go deep, do research on the school that you're going to study with, because remember, out of all these things, some schools are good, some schools are bad. So you have to know what you want and look for the right school for you, and make sure the school is registered, the school is providing what it promises to provide, right? So the list of the schools that I have here: number one, it's EC English Language School. Then the next one is You Learn English School. Then the next one is Atlas Language School. The other one is Honor School of English. And the last one is International House in Dublin. So there is more out there that you can do a research on yourself and see if you can apply with them and they can take you. You have to go through, don't just go check for the one that you find first and apply, because they all have different modules. They offer this course different, and the fees are different. So it's up to you to go all out and see what you want and can you afford the school before you just register with them. Then normally this course takes 25 weeks of like learning and studying and 8 weeks of holidays, like where you're not going to school. So because it's 25 weeks of studying, going to class full time, and 8 weeks of holidays, some schools, I would say most of them, they give you a stamp, which is it stamp 2 or stamp 1? They give you a stamp. I have a video, guys, on stamps. And so when the course tells you what stamp they're offering, I advise you to go check this video out on stamps, so that you can know if that stamp will favor you or not. Because if you just take any course because it's an English course, you're going to find yourself stuck here on a stamp that cannot allow you to work. Because if it was me, and I believe we're always looking to work, we're always looking to better ourselves, I'm going to take a STEM that allows me to work compared to a STEM that doesn't allow me to work, because some of these English courses, they have STEMs that don't allow you to work. So do your research properly before you jump onto it. So on these 8 weeks holidays, if you took the one that allows you to work, you're going to be allowed to work full time up to like 40 hours. But during your class hours, you can only work part time. You don't work full time. Then next things, I'm gonna give you like the tips that makes you successful in this course, and when you're applying for it, and how can you go about it. So I said tip number one. Okay, obvious, this thing is about improving your English. So tip number one, you must show yourself during that application to the school that you really want to learn English, you want to better your English. So I would say people that mostly apply for this, it's people that come from countries that don't speak English as a first language. So you're trying to get English onto your veins. You're trying to have that good English, because some people that come from countries that don't speak English, they can't speak English at all, or some they can speak English, but it's not that fluent or it's not that clear. So if you want to go to any workplace where a country like Ireland, where English is the main language, you want to have like proper English. So this is why people do it. So whenever you're going to apply for it, you must make sure that you meet that, and you show them that you really want to learn English, and where you're lacking, and what are you going to use this course for. And number two, be willing to work obvious part-time if you're gonna get the stamp that allows you to work part-time. And number three, try to, by all means, to build connection. And also, of course, this will be like an experience, because you're going to a new country to learn English, to get to their culture. But also try to build connections, because we there is that saying of association brings assimilation. Once you learn to associate with a certain group, that is good, because whenever you go to a place, there is always that group that you feel like, okay, these ones, if I become friends with them, I'm gonna succeed. These ones, if I become friends with them, I'm just gonna play. So some people, they come with this English course, they end up playing on weekends, they are in pubs every day, they are doing, they're enjoying life. But at the end of that 25 weeks plus 8 weeks of thing, you won't have anything to do, you won't have any life, because you wasted your time instead of going to the right places, socializing with the right people, opening opportunities for yourself. You played or focused on the wrong direction that was not going to pay you at the end, because sometimes you can be, I don't know, you can relax and end up doing things that they really won't add value to yourself. So try to focus on that. And the other one, I'm not using numbers, I'm used to using numbers. The other one is, try by all means, if possible, to work while you are still on the course, while you are still on that stamp. Try by all means to work on getting the stamp of whether you want to work in Ireland full time. Already start applying on other companies that they can take you full time, because some companies, once you are already in Ireland, it doesn't matter what stamp you have, but as long as you are already in Ireland, they are willing to offer you a job and sort of like sponsor you a visa, because you are already here. It's easier for them to employ you, since you are already in Ireland and you have another stamp that allows you to work, but it's about to expire in 8 weeks, or it's about to expire in 2 weeks. They might offer you a job offer that will give you a chance to renew and apply for your stamp to go on. Do you understand that? Compared to you sitting down and waiting for that stamp of English course to finish, then you'll be stuck. You won't have anything to do. This one, I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I believe it's possible. And most of the times in life, when something is possible, it means it's doable. When someone else has done it before, you can also do it. So that's how you can do it, to make sure that you end up landing a job in Ireland, and you work from there and continue studying if you need to study, which gets me to another point. Sometimes you might say, oh, I'm here with the English course, but I don't really want to go to work full time. I want to actually go to university. It's another option that you can take, to say, okay, I'm going to register for university, and I'm going to get another study visa or another stamp that allows me to study in Ireland for the next coming 1 year, 2 years, or 4 years, while at least I'm still living in Ireland. Because it doesn't change much. As long as you are still allowed to study, you will be still allowed to work part time and full time during your holidays. So let's continue on the rest of the points that I put down here. So I wanted to talk about most people who succeed, or who normally succeed on this course, and some of the people that normally fail. So I will start with the ones that normally get to be successful on this journey and on this process. So people that get to be successful, it's someone that leaves their own country. They already have an engineering degree or engineering qualification. They already have IT or similar tech qualification. They already have healthcare qualifications that they have. Some of them could be nurses already, but they feel like, I will make example with India. A lot of Indians, they do this a lot, because they have qualifications, they have everything that it takes, but their English is not good. So what happens is that when they apply for, let's say they apply for nursing jobs, and they have to do the IELTS test, they fail because their English is not good and it's not their first language. So what they end up doing, they come to Ireland to study that English that makes them fail, that they are failing. So once that English is done, it's easier for them to apply for that healthcare job or for that nursing job, because they have everything already done and in place. But the only thing that was stopping them was the language. So do you understand that that person has already have everything in place for them to go and work, but English was a problem for them. So now when they come do the English course, after the English, they can now produce to say, look, I registered with the nursing and midwifery board in Ireland, and I have done my English course. That was my weakest point. Now I have my nursing degree, so I'm ready to work. A company can take someone like that very quick, even if you tell them that I'm left with 2 weeks to live in Ireland or to work in Ireland, otherwise my permit will expire and I'll have to return. Some companies can take you when you do something like that. This depends on you guys as well as a person, on how much you push yourself and how much you make a situation favor you. This is like putting yourself in a room that is gonna favor you compared to putting yourself in a room that is gonna distract you and crash you down. Then other people that come and make it, it's people with trades. When you have like a skilled trade, because Ireland is in demand of skilled workers. So any skill, I know someone might email me asking what kind of skills or what kind of trades do they want. I always mention them on most of my videos. You can also check on the Irish website on the skills that are in demand in Ireland. That one is very easy to see if the skills that you have, they meet that before you jump onto this course. So let's come to the main painful part. The main painful, oh, I said I will talk about people that fail on this course. Okay, I will leave that to the end. But let's talk about the main painful part before we jump to that one. So this is about now the fees that you have to pay, because this is something that you register and you pay for yourself. So no one is sponsoring you, no job is sponsoring you, you are sponsoring yourself. So before you register for this, before you take this anyway, make sure you have enough money to survive or to sustain you during and after the course. So normally these courses, they range between 2,000 to 4,000 depending on the school. I said it, that check the school and make sure that it offers what you want. So the course could be between 2,000 to 4,000 rand. Then the living expenses, because there is rent in Ireland, and right now there is housing crisis in Ireland, but it's still possible to get a place to rent, guys. It's not like as hard as it sounds, but then the rents are too high. So expect the rent to be around 800 to 1,500 or 2,000 euros. So now we are on already between 4,000 to 6,000 that you should have before coming to Ireland and to do this course. Then the other thing is about your visa applications, because that's going to be money for you to do all those visa applications, preparing everything and traveling, taking your flight wherever you're coming from. That's another money. And also when you get here, you have to eat. So I just mentioned uh, rent and the cost prices, but calculate for yourself. Normally what they say when you are applying for to come to live in Ireland or coming to visit in Ireland, they expect you to have around 100 euros a day to survive. So imagine this course is, we said it's 25 weeks plus 8 weeks of holidays. When they approve your visa, they would approve it on terms that you have enough money to sustain for those weeks. They won't calculate that when you get here you might be working, because that is, you might be, you might not. So they won't approve you if they feel like the money that you have doesn't cover all the expenses that you might face. So make sure that you have at least 100 euros to eat every day while you are living in Ireland during the course, and you have money for rent, and you have money to pay for your course. If you have those covered, then you are good to go. I know this is not for everyone, guys, because this is a lot of money that we are talking about. Then other things that you might face in Ireland, sometimes this comes actually after, if you get things tough. I feel like I'm mixing up information. I hope you guys are following me up here. I feel like sometimes people use you, because everywhere in the world there are companies that when they see a person like being desperate, they might offer you opportunities that will end up not being good for you, but at first they look like opportunities. So you have to be very careful on those things, and don't be too much desperate for things to a point that you end up putting yourself in a situation that it will be hard for you to come out from. So since we have mentioned the good parts, the people that do it, and the course prices, let's talk about why do people actually do this course. So the reason people decide to do this course, first things first, it's clear and straightforward: the opportunity to relocate and to go to Ireland. So, and there is that opportunity or a chance of you getting to live there if you put your things together and you work hard enough, because I promise you it won't be easy. You have spent a lot of money, you have to prove yourself, you have to, there's a lot that comes with it, but there is still a chance or an opportunity for you to live in Ireland and have a good life in Ireland, especially if you have your qualifications in place and you come here, you attend your classes again. That's another one, because some people, they don't attend classes. You register for English school, but as soon as you get registered and you get here, you focus more on working than attending your classes. You end up doing bad on your classes. Those recommendations, they're gonna follow you, because Ireland works with recommendations. you get recommendations from your lecturers from schools, you get recommendations from renters. If you rent a place, tomorrow you change to live in another place, you're going to need that recommendation from your previous landlord. You need references. They use them as references to wherever you go. So when you want to apply for a job and you want to apply for another course, they might ask you for references from the previous one. So when we are not attending now, you are already in the dead zone. Your success is already running on the wrong side, because since you don't have references from that, you won't be able to get a job. You won't be able to continue forward, because you have, it's like burning your own bridges. So you have to attend your classes full time. Then where was I? I was still talking about the benefits, why people do it. The other one, it's sort of like a easy entry, because this is like one of the easiest ways you can enter since you're coming with the English test. Then the other one is ability to study while you are working, because most of the times you can study while you are working. But don't get me wrong, on some of the schools, you are only allowed to study that English course. You cannot work. So be careful with the STEM that you get. So this is an experience that you have to go through yourself. Then the other part, if you are someone that says, I'm not here to work, I'm not here to stress about everything else, I just want to enjoy this country, the new culture, because Irish people are nice people. I know some people see social media and say Ireland is bad, but then Irish people are very, very friendly and they are nice people. So someone else would be like, oh, I want to live there for at least 25 weeks or for 30 weeks, while at least I'm learning the culture and getting to enjoy being in the country. So some people do it for that reason. So these are the reasons that people do it. Now, on the last part, who can I say should never consider this route of the English school? Because everything, guys, is good for some people and it's bad for some people. So number one, someone that doesn't have enough finances. And when I say when you don't have enough finances, someone could be like, I have enough because I can sell my car, I can sell my house, I can sell my kidneys and get to Ireland. That means this is not the road for you, because you do not have to be selling your properties to try to do this course, because it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get to Ireland and you're gonna manage to work and live there forever. So no matter how fed up with the country that you are living in at the moment, you do not have to sell everything and just to do this course, because you might fail. Imagine, let's just make a scenario here. Someone who lives in Nigeria, selling their car, selling their house, selling everything, and even maybe borrowing money from the banks, taking debts to come and do this English course, because this is their route to come to Ireland. Then from there, when they are here, they do everything in their power, because sometimes in life you can do everything in your power. You can study hard, you can do things the right way, you can start applying for jobs and telling companies that, okay, you are left with certain time to work, so if they sponsor you with a visa, since you are already in Ireland, you can work with them. You can do all those things that other people have done, and things still fail for you. You will be expected to go back to your country. Now you have sold your house, you have sold everything, you have nowhere to go back to. So be careful before you take decisions that might cost you tomorrow. So if you don't have enough money saved for you to do such things, do not do it. And the other people that I would say they should not do it, especially the young people that they are being sponsored by parents or by someone else to come to Ireland and do something. So sometimes, because parents are desperate to, I am saying this because I have seen it from my own clients. Parents get desperate that I want my child to have a bright future. I want my child to have a good future. So if this is an opportunity that they can use, I'm gonna pay for them to go there and do this English course and try to get job there and get a better life, so that they don't live the life that I have lived, or they don't live as parents. So parents always have something to say. But then, as a parent, you are sacrificing that money for a child that does not see your sacrifices, that does not feel what you are feeling. So as soon as that child gets to Ireland, they don't attend those classes, they play around. It's so nice to be free from your parents, free from anyone following you. You are away from everyone. You're just gonna start partying every night and enjoying, having like a different culture around you, meeting new people. You're just gonna end up forgetting why you are here in the first place. Then you wake up a few weeks later, or at the end of that course, you fail the course, or you, even if you pass the course, but you don't have any company offering you a job, or you never even look for any job, and you can't even, your parents can't even register you for full-time education. So now the only option that you have now is to go back, because this English course, it's good, yes, it's boost you somewhere somehow, but it's not like a course that you can go to Canada tomorrow. Like for an example, we have a QQI level 5 course that we work with the course provider here in Ireland. We do not provide it ourselves, but work with the course provider to provide that course. So when you have it, you can use it. You can relocate. Even if you do that course while you are in Nigeria, tomorrow you can find a job in Canada using that course, because that course is powerful enough and is strong enough to work anyway. But with this English course, you cannot expect that you're gonna relocate to somewhere else after doing it. It will be done. It will be the end of the road for you. Then you're gonna regret everything. Yeah, that's all that I had prepared on this video. So I hope this video was useful. And again, guys, think properly before you do things, because this is a lot of money, and it might cost you a lot. It might cost you more than just money. It may cost you your happiness. It may cost you. This is why you hear some people being stuck in Ireland or being stuck in other countries, because I know it's not only Ireland that offers something like this. Other countries do as well. So you hear people leaving Africa, going to, they call it the diaspora. Then from there they get stuck there. They stay there for over 10 years, over 15 years, not going back home, because they won't sit down with you and tell you that, oh, I was supposed to be doing this and this, and I messed up at some point and things didn't fall in place. Then I ended up being stuck, and you don't want to find yourself stuck there, because it's depressing. It's bad. It's not just going to affect you. It affects your family members. It affects your kids. It affects everyone around you. So be careful before you do this. But if you feel like it's a good opportunity for you, take it and use it wise, with enough knowledge, with good research that you have done, not just following my video alone, but go out and do your own research. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video.